that if they could just get to thinking where the horse was operating and what was going on within the horse, they could save themselves a lot of hard work and the horse a lot of hard work.
Good morning, all my loyal subscribers, friends, followers, and family. Just welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in today. In this episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about a true horseman legend, Tom Dorrance. So without further ado, let's jump into the video. All right, so today it's pretty rainy and you can just hear the rain pounding on my fifth wheel. So I'm having to record this in like a government building. It's actually pretty nice. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and I'm just gonna be filming a few videos here. I got work in, I think, about 6 hours. I'm doing a 4-hour trainer ride today, so shouldn't be too bad. So, Tom Dorrance, this is why you're here. Tom Dorrance is one of the Dorrance brothers. I believe there were 3 of them. There was Tom, Bill, and the third escapes me at this moment. So Tom Dorrance, he was more like the riddle man of the family. You see, Tom Dorrance in his book, True Unity, he wrote like he was trying to get people to think for themselves. And the way he did it, instead of saying 2 + 2 = 4, he would have to describe what 2 meant. And then he would then say 2 + 3 - 1 = 4. Another thing that Tom Dorrance was known for is making the right thing easy and the wrong thing hard. He would teach horses that it was good for them to get along and do what he wanted them to do because it was the easy thing. And that's partly why he became the greatest horseman of the Western world. He was able to transmit that idea to other people. You see, there's a lot of great horsemen out there. There's a lot of great trainers. There's people who get along great with horses and who completely understand the horse and they can do everything with the horse. But then when it comes to talking to people about it, they shut down. See, Tom Dorrance made it his mission to talk to people. He made it his mission to get these people thinking about how they can have a better relationship with their horse. And I thoroughly believe that Tom Dorrance didn't have to do this. I mean, for one, he was an excellent horseman himself. He didn't have to do these clinics. He even stated that he was kind of sad that he was so famous because life was easier when he wasn't famous. So Tom Dorrance, he worked on various ranching outfits. One of his favorite outfits he worked on was the TS Ranch in Nevada. And that's near and dear to me because Battle Mountain is right by the TS Ranch. He worked, I believe, in California and Oregon. He basically worked in cow country. Let's just leave it at that. And he quickly adjusted to teaching horses how to get along with him. And one of his famous sayings is that there are no problem horses, just people with problems with their horse. Meaning that the horse is not the one who is wrong, it is you. If your horse cannot do something, you are asking too much of it. Or if you are asking something that a horse can do naturally in nature, and the horse can't do it when you ask it, you haven't taught it correctly, or you haven't taught the right cues. A big proponent of Tom Dorrance's teaching was the pressure method. So let's say you wanted a horse to side pass. This is simplified. So this is the horse, this is your leg. You would put on just enough pressure until that horse got the idea to move. The second you know that the horse has the idea to move, you take the pressure off and the horse moves. This is different than what a lot of people do. A lot of people do this. They put their foot on, and as soon as the horse moves, so the horse will move and they'll take the pressure off instead of reaching for the next level of the horse has it in their head. They have this idea that they need to move. and then they take the pressure off, because this is why his idea transcends normal horsemanship, because it's not about just pressure and release. It's about apply pressure until the horse thinks it's his idea to move. And the second it's his idea, he moves. Not when he moves do you take the pressure off. You take the pressure off when he thinks it's his idea. And I think Tom was one of the best people at explaining that. I honestly cannot describe what that means to you, because it is unique to every horse and every rider. And to be frank, I am not at the same level as Tom Dorrance, not even close. So Tom Dorrance was able to describe that to people, and he would be able to get them up to that level where they're making their ideas become the horse's ideas. And he was just awesome at it. There's been nobody like Tom Dorrance, as far as I can tell, in the history of horsemanship. Tom Dorrance also started the horse clinician role.
I'm not just talking for the benefit of these two people in the round pen now. It's to all those that are interested in it.
He had I guess you'd call him a disciple named Ray Hunt. And he taught Ray Hunt almost everything that he knew. That was his protege. And Ray Hunt became famous because he traveled throughout the country putting on horse clinics, teaching people how to make their idea become their horse's idea. And that started with Tom, because Tom was doing clinics as well. It was Tom and Ray and Bill. Bill Dorrance was Tom Dorrance's brother. And these three traveled the country, oftentimes separately, but sometimes they got together. If you know anything about the horse world today, you understand that there are a lot of clinicians out there. But prior to Tom Dorrance and Ray Hunt and Bill and those guys, there was not a lot of clinics. There was not a lot of clinicians. People just weren't sharing that knowledge. And it wasn't until Tom and Ray showed that there was a better way for people to be riding their horses, that the whole clinic scene started popping off.
The next exposure we're going to do, we wouldn't really need to do this, but it's just another one of those exposures that might be helpful to you on some horse later on after you get home. Your coordination then develops to where your reflexes get to working. And when they get programmed, then you don't have to think so much. See, it's the reflexes is directing that more.
All right, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode about Tom Dorrance. Like this video and subscribe if you appreciate what I had to say about him. I realize that I cannot describe and thoroughly talk about Tom Dorrance in this limited video setting. So if you want more of Tom Dorrance, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm moving on to some other horseman next. Anyways, Tom Dorrance is the GOAT, #1. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Have a great day.